Say, do you like short songs that are under 3 minutes long? No? Well, too fucking bad, because we're looking at Injustice for All, where the shortest song is over 5 minutes long.
To begin with the dance of the dead, like it is the end. To begin with the dance of the dead, come blacken.
And Justice for All was the first, as most people qualify it, good era Metallica I ever listened to. Back when I only knew a handful of songs, and one of them was One. I was like, I'm going to look that up. And I liked it. So, let's take a look at this proggy son of a bitch with no bass on it. And track 1, Blackened. This was during the point where every opening track Metallica wrote was fucking amazing. Fight Fire with Fire, Battery, Hit the Lights, and now Blackened. The opening tracks are almost always the best, or at least one of the best on the album. I just think it's kind of funny, you know, get the best right up front and then the rest it's good, it's just not the best. Blackened is about the destruction of the Earth. Not, you know, like meteors and aliens and stuff. It's about how humans are destroying the environment, killing Mother Nature, polluting everything, and how we're basically going to kill ourselves and the entire planet if we keep it going. You know, a very environmental hippie message, but it's not like, save the trees, man. It's like, save the trees or I'm gonna fucking kill you. So, you know, very nice. It's a message you can give to your grandmother, you know. Let everyone know. I had a fun fact. I almost actually got to play this song with my band at my old high school. There's this thing called Earth Fest where it was, you know, an environmental friendly thing. And me and my band were going to play Blackened, but they didn't want us. Surprise, surprise. And now for the title track, which always seems to be the second track on a Metallica album when I think about it. ... and Justice for All. This is a long-ass song. And that is pretty much the downfall of it. It's not that it's a bad song, it's just it's so goddamn long. It's 9 minutes 44 seconds. And you know, it does change around a bit, but there's some riffs that just stick around too long. You know, they need to change up a bit, like this one. And it's not that the song's bad. I mean, when it gets going, it really gets going. And I love the intro and the sort of breakdown in the middle where they play the intro but with the full band. It's not a bad song, it's just so goddamn long and doesn't change up too much. James Hetfield's actually said that he doesn't like playing it live because he thinks the fans get bored of it, which I can see. I mean, I'd get bored of it. I mean, I'd still be headbanging along the entire time, but I'd be like, yeah, when's this riff change? And numero tres, Eye of the Beholder. The fuck accent was that? Eye of the Beholder is a pretty good song. A lot of double bass, not necessarily the fastest stuff in the world, but just like a good chugging rhythm under it. It also has one of my favorite lines from any Metallica song.
You can do it your own way, if it's done just how I say.
This album is actually the point where Metallica started getting very political with their lyrics. Not so much just anti-war and all that, just kind of anti-government, which, you know, was kind of mandatory for metal bands at that time. It does also have a weird flanger on James's voice during the verses, but not the chorus, so I don't know, it just sounds weird to me. I love the constant double bass in the verse, though. Just, it's not fast, it's just a good chugging, headbangy beat to it. Like, I'm just headbanging about it, thinking about it right now. And now another Metallica verse, their first ever music video, One.
I can't remember anything. Can't tell if this is true or a dream. Deep down inside I feel the scream. This terrible silence stops me.
One was based off a movie called Johnny Got His Gun. Or Gets His Gun? Something like that. It's about a man who goes to war, steps on a landmine, and loses his arms and legs. He can't see. He can't hear, he can't talk, he probably can't taste. All he can feel is pain. And he's being stuck, kept alive in a hospital because these doctors are trying to save him where he'd just rather die. He doesn't want to deal with the pain and agony. That's a really heavy subject to deal with. And I think 1 deals with it very well. It's very somber, and you want to sympathize with this guy in the beginning, you know. It's just he doesn't know what life is anymore besides pain. Like, can I keep going on? Should I keep going on? Is it possible to keep going on like this? It's all these what ifs in his head. And then when the fucking awesome second half comes in, it's just, I want to die. I want to die. Someone kill me. This is horrible. I can't do anything about this. I'm just in pain. It's kind of fucked up when you think about it, but you know, this stuff has happened to people. And it's always the kind of thing, you know, like, if you get stuck in a coma, like, what do you want to do? Like, if you become a vegetable, what do you do? And it delivers this message through a fucking awesome song. The intro's great. It's Kirk and James just demonstrating their ability as guitar players that, like, not thrash guitar players, just the somberness and the sadness of warfare and what it can do. And Kirk and James play that through their instruments. You can feel the guitar almost crying. And it's beautiful. And then when the song really kicks off in the end, you get the machine gun blast beat. And just everything is dark, and you just want to see flashing lights whenever you hear it. And it's awesome. It's just, that riff is pain, almost. Like, it's trying to sympathize the pain, just, you know, like these sharp, like, you know, like just stabbing you with fucking awesome metal. And then it just really kicks off and gets going, and then this fucking insane solo, and these great harmonies, and it all just comes together, and just orgasm at the end. Once again, I do think the ending can drag on a bit, like just repeating the same kind of riffs over and over again. It's not a bad thing, especially considering how long the first part of the song was. It'd be kind of weird if the second part was so much shorter. So it's not bad. It's just not quite my thing. I'd like it to be a little bit shorter. But this song is still amazing. On to the next track, Shortest Straw. I've never been a huge fan of this song. It's not bad. It's just not really my thing. You know, the chorus gets a bit confusing and boring for me because it's just James is saying some lyrics, and well, I guess live it's like Rob and Kirk, but they just keep saying shortest straw, and it gets a bit clustered. It's just not a personal favorite of mine to listen to. The verse is good. I really like the lyrics on this. In fact, the whole album has great lyrics and vocals from James. I don't know what it is about me that puts me off this song. It's just one I never got into. I mean, I know the chorus bugs me, but I don't know. It's not like it comes on the radio or something. I'm not gonna like just turn it off and be like, oh, that sucks. No, I'll listen to it. It's just, I don't know. There's other songs I prefer. Next track, Harvester of Sorrow, the most metal song about farming. Get it? Because harvester, they harvest. It's usually like corn and wheat, not sorrow. Harvester of Sorrow is one heavy motherfucker of a song. I love from the clean intro building up, just adding more and more on top of it until the whole thing just kicks off and the lyrics come in. Again, like Shortest Straw, Harvester of Sorrow does a similar thing with the chorus, where it's got two people singing at once, which does kind of bug me, but not as much as it did on Shortest Straw. The lyrics are a bit more evenly spaced. This is a good example of how Metallica does heavy as well. This and like Leper Messiah, this is a heavy ass song. The next track is Frayed Ends of Sanity. Metallica has never played this song live all the way through, and it's quite a shame. It's one of my personal favorites. It has a fun, kind of goofy opening to it, where it's got the ooh wee ooh yo, which I think that might be one of the reasons Metallica doesn't play it. It's just because it's kind of goofy in the beginning. But when they play parts of it live, it's usually that part they play live. So it might not be that. I just love the lyrics on this one as well, and also the drum beat getting progressively faster, especially at the end. And I love... God, this song's so awesome. Why don't they play it live? It's great. Just the way the vocals rhyme and match. And the guitar is great. The riffs are awesome. Everything works together. There are a couple parts where it does drag on, which is kind of the problem with this album. There's some parts that just go on for too long. But other than that, this song is amazing. And now, To Live Is To Die. I do not care for this song. I don't know what it is about it. I just get bored whenever I hear it. I just get instantly uninterested. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like it's badly written or anything. I've never liked it. I can't stand this song. It's kind of weird. I mean, maybe I just need to give it a bit more of a chance, but I just never got into it. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of instrumentals as it is, but it's really unappealing to me. It's not to say it's a bad song. I mean, if you like it, cool, whatever. I mean, these are my opinions. This entire Maytallica these are just my opinions, If you like these songs, more power to you. I just don't, I'm actually kind of confused on why I don't like it. Actually, it's just not something I'm into. But now we come to the final track. And this is a thrashy bitch. Dyer's Eve. The double bass on this son of a bitch is fucking amazing. This song is so aggressive and so angry, so fast. The intro is amazing. The vocals are great. James is just so pissed off about this. Oh God, the drums are fantastic. I wish I could play that fast for that long. It's, props to Lars on this one. I mean, people say he's a shitty drummer and, he's not the greatest in the world, but this song, you gotta at least give him some credit, even just a little bit. The lyrics of the song deal with parents. James never really knew his parents too well because they divorced and his mother died. And I believe his mother died because she was a Christian Scientist and didn't believe doctors would save her. She believed the Lord would save her. And I'm not sure if James ever really forgave her for that when a doctor could have helped her. So this is an angry song, but it's also a sad song. Because James is angry at his parents, but he's also upset. He's like, why did you do this? It's like two ways of saying, why did you do this? It's like, why did you do this? And then, why did you do this? But put together and coated in metal. I mean, yeah, it's sad when you think about it, but when you just listen to it, it's just angry and it's fucking awesome. It's so aggressive. And I think it's a great album closer. So, do I like it? Do I don't like it? I like it. I don't love it. I do like it though. The main problem with this album is that it does drag on in some parts for a long time. Another fault with it is you can't fucking hear the bass. This was Jason Newsted's first album after Cliff died, and Metallica was annoyed. He was like, no one can replace Cliff, fuck it! Turn his volume down to 0. And believe it or not, there is an actual petition, a White House petition, to get a re-released version of And Justice for All with bass. I shit you not. That being said, this is definitely one of Metallica's most experimental albums, at least experimental and successful. We'll deal with experimentation later on. Is much more progressive, a lot of riff changes, not so much time changes. I think pretty much everything's still in 4/4. Like 3/4s or 5/8s or 17/12 or 17/76s. This is definitely one of Metallica's most experimental with writing. I think one of their most well-written album was Master. But this one definitely gives it a try. They got to the point where no matter what they do, their albums will still sell. Which, you should know, it's evident today. I mean, come on, we got fighting Lulu. But And Justice for All, they got out of their comfort zone a bit and tried to be more experimental. And I think a lot of it does pay off, you know, with Frayed Ends of Sanity and Eye of the Beholder. Not so much like To Live Is To Die or Short Straw. But, you know, I mean, props for trying new things. I mean, when you do the same thing album after album, you can get kind of boring sometimes. I mean, somehow Motorhead still manages to do it and make it fun, but, you know, it's fucking Motorhead. So join me next time when we look at jokes. What's a good joke to end on? Blackness? No. The opposite of the White Album. Self-titled. The Black Album. But other than that, this song is amazing. Oh, I had to burp.